Video, we are going to talk about a very simple concept for people who have never been confronted with a tournament, and that is, what is a debate tournament? So let's begin. What will be covered, we'll analyze what is a tournament by looking at very simple, just as if we were writing a newspaper article, the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. The who. There will be multiple squads, so a squad is one or more teams from the same school. So we're talking about schools from like Johnson County Community College, University of Kansas, Wichita State University, Emporia State University, Cal State Fullerton, Berkeley, Gonzaga, Weber State, Arizona State. There's schools all over the country, and they all have a squad. And those squads will come to tournaments with usually one or more teams. A team is set up of 2 people, and each person will have a unique role in the debate, but those 2-person teams, there will be multiples of them that make up a squad. There are 3 divisions at a typical debate tournament, and those divisions are novice, and that's for individuals who have never done policy debate before. JV, those are for people who generally are not quite ready for open and in their first 2 years of college debate. And then open is available to literally anyone. So let's say you are a very advanced novice or very good coming in as a frosh to college, you might be placed into open because you're ready for that sort of challenge and that set of debates that would be occurring. The what? Multiple squads are going to compete against each other for trophies and prestige. Each preliminary round, which we'll discuss what a preliminary round here is in a couple minutes, but each preliminary round is judged by one critic from a third-party school. So if Johnson County Community College is debating Emporia State University, there's a very high likelihood that someone from the University of Central Oklahoma would be the adjudicator for that debate. Usually, the people who are adjudicating these debates are either a current coach or a former debater. Which means that they have a familiarity with debate, its language, kind of the norms that go on inside of a debate round. There's also a thing called mutually preferred judging, which means that each team will rank all of the judges at a given tournament in terms of favorite to the least favorite, and then the tab room will try to make sure that both teams have a judge that they both like for each sort of debate. Each elimination or out round is judged by 3 critics from a third-party school. So if you get into out rounds, get into the bracket play, get into the elimination rounds, you go from having 1 critic to 3 critics who are going to be adjudicating the debate. The win. Debate tournaments start in mid-September and generally run until right after spring break in the spring. There are multiple day events. Each tournament usually follows a 3-day format. It's usually either a Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament or a Saturday, Sunday, Monday tournament. The first 2 days of the tournament are dedicated to preliminary rounds, and the last day is generally dedicated towards the elimination rounds or the out rounds. Most teams will drive or fly to tournaments the day prior and will leave either the day it ends or the following day. So if it's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday tournament, generally squads will drive to the tournament on Thursday and come back on Monday or Sunday, depending on sort of the situation that the squad is in. Where there are tournaments across the country and they occur generally at universities or colleges. For example, this list right here are all places that hosted tournaments within the last couple years, but they are geographically diverse and all over the country. So there is a decent amount of traveling involved. Why? People debate for a lot of reasons, and this is not an extensive list, but some people debate for scholarship, some people do it because they think it's fun, some people are just bored and looking for something to do, some people really just like winning and being able to say they're really good at something, and then other people are just very, very competitive and look for anything to use as a competitive outlet. There are two types of rounds at any given debate tournament. The first type of round is a preliminary round. There are generally at any given tournament between 6 and 8 preliminary rounds at a tournament. The first couple rounds will be what are called preset rounds, which are decided sort of by the tab room in advance and are going to be debated out. After those preset debates, they'll be power matched. And what power matched means is that teams with similar records will debate each other. So at a tournament, there's no fear that if you are 0-4 going into round 5, that you are going to be debating a 4-0 team. Tab rooms are very good at making sure that power matching occurs so that you will be hitting or debating teams that are very similar in success as you are at any given tournament. The second type of round that occurs at a debate tournament is an out round or elimination round. So generally half of the field that were entered in the preliminary rounds, the best half, the top half, will enter into a bracket just like the NCAA tournament, and they'll have a single elimination debate format. And so every time you win, you move on and have another debate until you get to finals. Or if you lose, you're out of the tournament at that point, and then you either support your other teammates or it's time to go home. So those are sort of a brief introduction to kind of give you some idea of what might be happening at a debate tournament. Even with all the sort of logistics understood, it's still going to be kind of intimidating until you go to your first tournament, but most people find once they get to a tournament that it's really easy to navigate and really easy to understand.